Right, so this is like a little glimpse into his insanity, I assume, right?
To be fair, I would probably go a bit mental if I was on my own for 3 years, being harassed by crack vandals.
By mild-mannered intruders.
Oh. I'm sorry, Vincent. If I could give you a hug, I would. I really would. You might want to change your clothes first, because he's here to be wearing them for a while. But,
Yeah. Is he washing his clothes?
I would definitely try and make a human connection with you.
These are the little bits of information that I think we should be privy to. Like, how does he wash his clothes?
But he has got a generator. I reckon he just runs a washing machine.
Did they have washing machines back then? Again, I'm really confused as to when things become invented.
That was about 2003, I think.
Right,
Washing
okay.
machine.
So this is 1963, so could women vote then?
3 years.
I don't know, to be honest.
Were the blacks still slaves, or was that well before then?
Oh, I don't know. That's a difficult question. I don't think they were slaves. I don't think I could vote yet.
No.
I think they had their own buses and their own sports. So shame on you, America.
Yeah.
Hey, Verge.
You
No, to be fair, you haven't changed much. You're still
Yeah. You should have let them be...
fairly aggressive towards people of other ethnicities.
Yeah. Especially in Texas.
Yeah.
Where they're still not allowed to play banana hurling.
Children, but I can't see any children.
To be fair, every American I've met individually has been absolutely delightful and beautiful.
Yeah.
But as a collective, not much fun.
Yeah.
I think we just alienated a fair amount of our audience with that comment. I might edit that too. Sorry.
1 out of 3 ain't bad, I suppose.
Come.
There's no way that's an actual video recorder, right? They're bigger these days, and it's all digital.
Is that the same cardigan he's got on in the fucking future?
Take a look at this.
And wasn't that the guy that's meant to be his younger?
No,
equivalent?
that's the lead zombie vampire.
The guy who keeps saying Morgan.
Yeah.
Right.
Europe. See? Oh,
Fucking always blame us.
I'm not going to edit out the part about America, like I said, because you would blame us.
Yeah.
Do I have to remind you that theory is a beginner?
It can't be us with our eating disorders.
Yeah, but it's the rest of Europe. It's not the UK.
Okay, cool.
The French and the Germans.
Yeah, I don't think we were part of Europe then, were we?
No.
The Euro hadn't launched.
I think we were still at war with Europe at that point.
Didn't we own Europe back then?
Verge.
It's tricky to say.
What you really think?
We definitely owned Belgium.
I cannot accept half-baked theories that sell newspapers. I'm a scientist, not an alarmist.
You're whistling past the graveyard.
Is that a
I don't understand that statement.
Whistling past the grave.
We both know how hard you
We need to understand when to use that phrase more.
The idea of universal disease.
I think it's a 60s version of your talking shit.
Oh, okay.
All right, Kathy. Who can resist that face?
Did you get an Oscar nomination for that line? I
Christ.
hope so.
Also, I'm sure I've heard that line played in a porn film before.
Possible this germ or virus could be airborne.
Anything is possible, Verge.
That table's
The best
good.
brains in the world have been.
I'm very confused with the fact that he just said something else wasn't possible because he can't accept that because he's a scientist, not an alarmist. Yet when she asked, "Is this disease airborne?" he's retaliated simply with "Anything is possible."
But with the whole world trying, there must be a solution.
Maybe he just doesn't like the bloke.
Hey, Mommy! When are you gonna cut the cake?
Right
That's
now,
the
our
least
problem is
feminine
to cut that
female
cake.
voice I've ever heard for a child.
Mum! Mum! Come and cut the fucking cake!
Mum, where's me McDonald's?
We didn't have McDonald's in the 1960s.
Okay. I don't know, what did they have? Bistros or something? Oh. And now they're all dead.
That's a shame. That's what you get for harassing your mum, kids.
That's it.
Good, instant global death.
So remember, don't demand your cake ever to be cut.
Yeah, cut it yourself.
And that's not a euphemism. Oh, what's going on here?
Mosquito net.
Over what?
Daughter, I think.
So she's alive? That'll keep her down. Well done, yeah. There's that security we were hoping that would be enforced.
So you didn't have belts in the 1960s.
Oh, believe me, they did. That was how children were kept in line. Now it's all, I don't know,
I thought that was switches.
switches. I think you're thinking of swatches, which is what the cool kids wear as watches, right?
Yeah, but you
Isn't
don't
that
beat your
right?
kids with them.
You don't.
Switches are like pieces of wood that you harass people with.
You're thinking of 2x4s.
That's Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
The wind wake you up?
It always does.
Is this
Too
still in
much
the
chili.
past? I'm really confused.
No, this is
All right.
yeah. This is the
Right,
past.
this-
Honey.
I'm not sick, Bob. I'll make
You
you
don't
breakfast.
have to.
I'll be all right. Go on and read your paper.
All right.
He's got no faith in that woman right there.
He's clearly aware that she's imminently
Yeah.
doomed.
He's about to spike her and not in the consensual marriage kind of way.
How else is there to spike someone? Oh, you mean vampire spike?
Oh,
I
yes.
thought you were making another edit-worthy.
I'd like you to follow through with this thought process, please.
Okay, so he's going to at some point
Spike her.
spike
Oh,
his daughter through the heart with a stake.
if you know what I mean. She looks like she'd probably take it quite well, though.
Oh, sweetheart, look, if you don't feel well, please go back to bed.
I'm just a little tired, that's all. I wish somebody would find a vaccine.
Is there
The
something...
vaccine's pointless now.
Yeah.
You're going to vaccinate against something. Now you need a
Maybe
cure.
you better not
Yeah.
send her to school today.
I've never passed medical school. I don't know if that's accurate, but that's what I thought.
That's the science we're going with right
You
now.
go to work,
I have to.
He has to.
Bob.
He's a scientist. He has to go
that,
to work.
that garlic isn't going to collect itself.
Yeah.
Everything's gonna be all right, sweetheart.
I'll bring back loads of garlic.
Is there something wrong with her face? Like,
What, the kid?
yeah.
Well, yeah, she's about 8.
That's
She
not
hasn't
wrong.
fully grown yet.
Oh, okay. We were getting at two very different things there.
You worry me sometimes. Oh, that's a sharp-looking hat.
That is.
I'd be proud of wearing a hat like that.
That's something to learn, all you fedora-wearing pricks out there.
It's got to be angled just right.
Yeah.
The bacilli are multiplying.
That kicks the bone marrow theory in the head.
This
It really
specimen
does.
shows a higher white count than when I put it on the slide.
Oh, terrible.
Well, you always want a
cells
lower
are living,
count,
Dr.
don't you?
Mercer, off one another.
There has to be an answer.
Are you winding me up?
You heard that
So
all
I'll go through this
communications
fucking thing.
are outside the continental limits.
Yes, I heard.
That leaves it in our laps. So we keep trying. Where's Corman?
Well, that Dick's a scientist
But he
as well.
should be here by now.
You two
think his
stay
name
on
is
this
Dick.
virus theory until I decide it's
Wasn't that in the last movie?
Right.
I think Richard was a very common name.
Ah, back then.
Yeah, not anymore.
And what did the great man
I always
of
thought it was
science have to
George
say
or
today?
Lordy.
More
Lordy?
visual.
Oh, he's
Or was that
trying,
just a
Ben,
statement?
like the rest
That
of
was
Oh,
a-
Lordy.
And nothing works.
I thought that was a Finnish rock band.
Streets
Oh.
are swarming with truckloads of bodies that they're throwing into that god-awful pit.
Oh, they've already got the pit.
Ah.
Before everyone's dead, they're just burning people in a pit.
So he didn't make the pit. He inherited the pit.
Maybe. At least it involves imagination.
Ben, it's as
I
simple
don't
as
understand
this.
how a pit
An unknown germ
involves
is being grown
imagination.
around the world. It's highly contagious and it's reached plague proportions.
And you don't believe some of the dead have come
You know what
back?
I'd actually like to say? I really like his voice.
Who, Vincent Price?
Yeah, he's got a really nice
He's a,
voice.
he's a renowned actor.
Yeah. I'd like to hear him do documentaries. And that's not me being kind of a prick in any way or form. I think he'd do very good as a documentary.
I think he did a fair amount of voiceover work.
You'd
Yeah.
prefer us to believe in vampires?
Unfortunately, he has passed on at this point. So I don't think we'll be getting too many fresh stomach documentaries from
People
him.
who are out of their
So
minds
when did he
I'd say.
pass?
Maybe.
He died in 1993 at the age of 82.
Christ. A year before Smash come out by The
Stories
Offspring.
about people who have died and
He would have been
Just
sad
put-
to miss it.
Just
I think.
to put
There's
that into
stories,
perspective.
Ben, stories.
and why are the infected people always
Or
so
maybe the
tired when
Venga
they
Boys, if that's more
die? Why can't they
relevant.
stand the sunlight?
I assume they were
Can we-
94
can
esque.
we never mention the Venga Boys?
Night.
This is an
Okay.
important scene, and we're talking about fucking Venga Boys.
I don't understand why it was the Venga Boys, because there were some girls in that, right?
Yeah.
Now, is this bacilli or isn't it?
It doesn't alter.
And this bacilli is found in the blood of every infected person, or isn't it?
To show me germs is not to refute these stories, Bob. Point is, if there
George
are
has got
vampires,
level-headed.
They exist in spite of these germs.
He's got an incredibly high amount of hair.
Oh, yeah, when you look at him... Yeah.
And until further notice, this station will continue its around-the-clock coverage of this national disaster. And now, we switch you to the state capitol, where His Excellency, the Governor, is speaking from the Executive Mansion. Further, I have, in conjunction with the federal government, declared this state to be a disaster area. The public health is
A date is a disaster area.
being burned. You must notify the health department immediately if you have a plague victim in your home. Under no circumstances should you gather publicly. In view of the dire emergency that exists, I intend to...
Yeah, turn that off. That'll hide the
That'll
evidence.
just upset you in the end.
Yeah.
That's what I do with BBC News.
Anything new?
Yeah, you're all fucked.
No, nothing new.
You lying prick.
Things are looking fucking great for you, love. Go back to bed.
Your daughter's upstairs. She's ruined. And you just told the mother of the girl, no, nothing new. Nothing. It's fine. It's
And
okay.
to top it off, he's out of fucking custard creams.
I don't know which is the bigger tragedy, to be honest.
Custard creams, easily.
Mommy, I can't see.
She didn't say that.
Well, she did.
Are they having to dub because she's not intelligent enough?
She's blind, for fuck's sake.
Oh,
You
is
just
that-
said so.
Is that what's wrong with her?
Urge, there's nothing.
Oh, I
can
thought
do.
She's got the plague.
Oh.
Just let her lie there.
Well, this way she has a chance. If you call a doctor, he'll report it. Do you want that?
Do you?
Ah, that's his fatal mistake, is that he kept the kid in the house and then his wife got sick.
Mommy, Mommy. Mommy, please help me. Mommy, help me.
That is actually a bit sad.
That is quite depressing.
The kid did
Just
well there.
pining. Yeah. You know, I'm actually drawn in by that. That's very. That's you know, I usually really despise children acting.
Yeah.
Like that prick that was in Star Wars 1 or
What,
6
Anakin?
or 9. I
Anakin.
can never. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got to pick Ben Corbin
The words are
up on
really
the way
sad. The acting's obviously dire,
Lab.
but it's done well.
No one is to come into this house. Now remember that.
Plus, it would be in very poor taste to rip on a dying child, even if it's a character.
Yeah, you're right. We well can't. We well
Sorry,
can't look.
sorry. I'm not editing that, but sorry. That's pretty funny. It's only an actor. She's not really dead. Well, it was.
She's probably
it was
dead right
64,
now.
So you're talking 50 years.
And
So
she
she
probably
might
got
be dead.
quite a bit of money from that and fell
Yeah.
straight into prostitution.
Oof,
I'm hoping
this
just then.
Suddenly got really dark.
I'm hoping just then. Again, laws were relaxed back then. You could probably smash that sweet, sweet candy.
Fuck's sake! Would you stop it? We told you this before we started recording. No racist jokes. No paedophilia jokes. We don't want to attract that kind of crowd.
That kind of crowd. Racist paedophiles.
Generally not the best to subscribe to YouTube channels. They're unreliable.
It's me, Ben. We're late.
I suppose if you're going to get into that shoddy shenanigans, the last thing you want to do is have it documented by what you're
what's the
watching.
Hold on. Why has he got garlic on the front of his door
Nothing, and I'm going to keep it that way.
Ben,
already?
look, let's talk about this.
There's nothing to talk about. You think I'm out of my mind. You laughed at me and my theory. You might be one of them.
Ben, look, you're
One
ill.
of
You
who?
ought to see a doctor.
No doctors. You take care of your life, I'll take care of mine.
Oh, Ben, that's such a rookie mistake.
You understand? Get away from here!
Oh, you slammed that door.
Yeah. And he had the mirror on the door just then. Did you notice
Yeah.
that?
Why? I don't. Why? Maybe garlic is the cause of the plague.
Well, you know how
He did come from
you
Europe.
kind of check yourself before you leave the house to make sure
You're
you're
going to say
good.
before you wreck yourself.
I was really tempted, but you know you check yourself before you leave the house.
Yeah.
This is the reverse. So you check yourself before you leave the house.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of wind. You turn up. Oh, my hair's slightly ski with.
Yeah.
Sort that out. Knock on the door. Enter.
Yeah.
And I reckon that was something that we've lost as a fucking race, as a
Right.
civilization. And I'm going to put it down to give you something else to edit out. Or the
Such a good spiel until you got to the end. And then you...
I'm not actually racist. If and contributed to society, I'd probably be alright with them. Like, I've got no problem with insects, I've got no problem with fucking animals.
But even the laptop shut off to tell you to shut up.
But yeah, start working for a living. Not living off of our fucking handouts. And I reckon we'll get on really
This is
well.
a good 30 seconds of noise that we've now got to put on this. And the best thing is people are going to think it's a gimmick we're trying to do. But it's not. It's actually you just being a hateful bastard.
Latest reports?
No.
Hate suggests that they feel.
But believe me, Morgan, we'll find an answer.
Right, back to the film. He's now annoyed that he needs
You're
it.
the only one who wasn't afraid to come here today.
Oh,
What's gonna
it's that kind of
This
situation.
guy's acting is absolutely atrocious.
Is everybody in the world gonna die before someone finds the answer?
Not Vincent Price.
Vincent Price knows his shit. He won't die for no man.
Don't
Why are you
deny
bringing it
there's
to
some strange
We can lean back.
It was still,
evolutionary
no, it was here and it's
process
fine.
going on. But mankind won't
Okay,
be
Ben.
destroyed.
Easy, bruv. Easy,
And
bruv.
if you and I are working here today, is evidence of that.
So they're the last two people looking for a cure, I'm guessing.
Yeah. They are fucking that cure right up.
Yeah. He's already got a hearse.
He's rocking that
He's
hearse.
already got the hearse.
Although that'd be a smarter van to steal, right? Oh, is that his house?
What are you doing with my wife?
Who's he lost? The
The
kid or
only one's
what?
left is the wife. They've already taken the kid.
Oh, no, I thought that was next door.
No. They took his kid ages ago. Oh no, the wife's still there.
Looking slightly to the right. At least look forward. You're going to
Yeah.
give your neck all sorts
What
of
was
fucking
the
agony.
directorial, advice there?
I'd like to
Look
know what she's looking at.
forlorn. Look sad. Look empty.
Oh, so he gets her back, does he?
What in? Yeah. At the end of the plague, they morph into stuffed rabbits.
Also, is that possibly the doll that Marceline holds in Adventure Time?
I called a doctor.
Very possibly.
I had to.
Maybe this is before the Great
I told
Mushroom
you
War.
not to call anyone.
Mom, she was blind. She couldn't see. She kept reaching out her hands, groping for me. Then, all of a sudden, she was gone.
How cold is that room? I just saw smoke from her
Yeah.
mouth, right?
I tried to stop them. They took her.
I saw a truck out there. Was that it? Was it?
Fucking
Jesus.
hit her right in the face, bruv.
Well, that's how people communicated in 1964.
If you want to make sure she gets your fucking Stella in the fridge, you hit her a few times.
That was generally the way it was done before we became a much more progressive society.
Yeah.
I mean, we still burn people in pits, but
And hit girls
yeah,
in the face.
yeah.
Please, all of you, get behind those lines. Look sharp there. Move along. Make way for that truck. Make way.
Yeah, if you find your kid in there, you're going to have a bad time.
Who wraps up the bodies? Is that something that the parents are expected to do, or is that like
no, that would be
an
a,
extra
that would be a
service
public,
that they
that would be
offer?
a public service. Right?
That is.
Yeah.
And do you have to claim that back in some way or form? I mean, if you pre-wrap the body, could you claim that back in some way?
Did this truck just come in from Market Street?
I'm sure there's some sort of uniform tax. You can reclaim what
I
you pay
see.
for your uniform.
Yeah.
I guess it's similar to that. If you provide the bed sheet, they're wrapping it.
Do you reckon you
Fucking
have,
launched that, Jesus.
yeah? Do you reckon you have to wait for the financial year to end, or
Yeah.
probably April, kind of? So you'd probably expect something back around May, June, right?
Yeah.
I said get out. I want my daughter. Mr. A lot of
I
daughters
don't
are
know.
in there.
Although there is a lot of black on black sneaking here, and I'm not even being racist this time.
A lot of what?
Black.
What about it? I didn't see any black people in that scene. That's been
You could, there's loads there. Can you not see them?
What, the ones on fire?
The
They're
ones-
wearing gas masks, you prick. We're gonna have no footage for this entire film. And no fucking movie either. It's just gonna be...
You know what?
Yeah.
To change. What the fuck's
Oh,
going on there?
she's blind now.
I was going to say, that's a really nice fitted kitchen.
Yeah.
That's probably Wix's or something like that. Or whatever was the equivalent back then.
That room is chintzy as fuck though.
That's well too chaotic to live in.
Yeah.
There's way too much
I never
going on
understood
there.
that thing where it has like lots of little pictures arranged into
No.
a pattern.
I'm a big fan of a single picture.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that wall there. You've got 2 focal points, and then
And
a
a clock.
clock.
Yeah.
That's all you need. That's a
Absolutely.
decent sized wall.
Yeah. Hold on. She went from blind phase to dead phase within seconds.
Yeah. And he's really annoyed at the wind right there.
Oh, Robert.
It's not going
It's
well
not-
for him.
No, it's not going great at all.
And I assume we're still back in time.
What?
This is possibly the longest flashback in a movie I've ever experienced.
I don't know if you could have 90 minutes of him just stabbing people through the heart.
See, I'd watch that.
I won't let them put you there.
Oh, so it was his wife that he put in that. She done well for 3 years.
What? 3 years? This
Yeah.
is still the past.
No, I'm saying that he had his wife in a little bed, right?
No, his
'Cause
wife's in a coffin.
Right,
That's why
so-
he went to check out his wife, and then he overslept, and then he got attacked by the world's worst
Okay,
vampires.
so who was in the bed?
What do you mean he was in bed?
He had someone in a bed under netting,
Yeah, it was his daughter.
but his daughter's been burnt, or was that
No,
already in the
this
past?
this has been one massive flashback. His daughter was in the
Right,
bed
okay.
under the mosquito net. Then
Right.
she died, and now his wife's died.
I get
We're
it.
not back in the future yet, where his wife is in a coffin.
Back to the Future.
Yeah,
Is this-
Martin McFly's going to turn.
is that
He's
the
about to
equivalent
hit
of the
82
DeLorean?
miles an hour.
I assume 12.7 miles per hour back then, right?
Before anyone shits on me, I'm not entirely sure if 82 miles an hour is the exact speed needed,
No.
but it's in the ballpark.
Also, I'd like to point out that in the future there weren't an awful lot of ethnics in Back to the Future.
You're absolutely right. There wasn't a lot of ethnic people, and I think that's terrible on the part of Steven Spielberg.
I'd also like to point out I didn't say ethnic people, I just shortened it to ethnics.
Yeah.
I don't like you
Well, it's a valid complaint. I don't.
removing the...
I don't remember. Except the mayor of the town that he lived in, was the black guy. Fucking hate you, person. Alright, so his wife isn't in a coffin because he's burying her out in some warland.
No, dirt's good for him. It revitalises the skin.
What, of the dead?
Yeah. Who's whispering to you?
Well, his wife's dead and his daughter's dead, so it must be someone new. I'm guessing
The fireplace.
the fireplace is whispering to him.
If I took the advice of every fireplace that talks to me, I'd be a very rich man right now.
God, right.
I do, actually.
you
Yeah,
do
check
have
out that
It's
shit.
just hidden behind sofas and chairs.
No one has the fireplace as a focal point of their room anymore. And if you do,
and
you're
that's
a prick.
I think, is a terrible, terrible damnation of our society.
That's where we're going wrong, as a society.
Now he's gonna open the door. It's gonna be his freshly buried wife, and I bet you she's not covered in dirt.
She's covered in something, I tell you.
Who's there?
And if she was my wife, she'd definitely be covered in something.
Yeah, dirt.
Blood and feces.
Well, you have got that explosive problem with your anus.
Problem or a blessing? Oh,
Yeah, so alright, her clothes are dirty, but her face, pretty good considering she was buried.
I would have said that was a bloke. That's when you got to rethink your marriage vows, right?
Robert.
That's why they were burning them, I reckon.
Because they were coming back.
Yeah.
Good reason to burn people. Oh,
Well,
extreme close up.
I know very few reasons not to burn people, to be honest.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're back in the future.
Back in the current.
The current, which was the past for us, but the future for
It's
him.
the past for us, but it's the current for him. He's just come back from the past. And it's just...
He's fucking up his car. Don't do that. It's got like 5 more payments on that, you prick.
Why are you... What was the one on the right doing with that? Just
Taking that seat. I'll have that. This is real fucking leather.
God, you are the worst gang.
You just need someone to come in and take over. Just get a little bit of order to that chaos, and you could be ruling the fucking streets. I'm gonna do it. Sunrise.
What, fuck up someone's car?
Yeah.
Very slowly.
Yeah. And while alerting them.
And shouting the name. Oh, get up, Vincent, you depressing bastard.
You pricey prick.
Price ain't right with this one.
And also, just have a fucking wash. Change your clothes. If you're going to stay in the same clothes, maybe layering up isn't the best idea.
Yeah. You know,
At least
go out and treat yourself.
take the jacket off when you sleep, at least. Because you're going to wake up
Yeah.
and you're going to want to put something on. It's like people that sit on the train and not take their coat off. When you get out of the train, you're going to be cold.
To be fair, I get on the train. But
Surely, after 3 years, this guy's going to realise when he gets up, he's a little bit colder than when he was asleep, right?
But he's putting your theory to shit because he's just gone outside without his coat on.
How long did it take for them vines to grow
Oh, he's
over
just got to
his
find.
car?
Oh, how inconvenient. Once again, they've upset my routine. I've gone and got a brand new car.
A brand new hearse.
There was a time when
It's a good thing hearses for us just turned up next door.
Now I'm looking for a hearse.
What do you mean now you're looking for a hearse? You had a hearse.
He had all the
It was
hearses.
very slowly pulled apart.
Is that Ford? I'm sure that was the Ford logo, right?
Might have been a Ford.
Fucking Britain. No. Wasn't Henry Ford
Was he Ford is
English?
American?
He was American.
Yeah.
What a prick.
We've got Rolls Royce and Jaguar.
Is that all we've got to our name?
We've probably got more, but I don't know much about cars.
That and not childhood
What?
diabetes.
A dog? A dog! A strangely coloured dog.
You could
No,
probably...
but it wasn't the
It.
fur one. Look,
See, when you call it it's fine if it's a dog. If I call people it, that's when we've got the problem.
well, yeah, because I'm describing a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
It's
you
got
describe
about
it.
as
You can
much
say,
sentience as a...
but I don't know the gender of the dog.
Right, I see. So gender's where it becomes a problem.
Yeah, and you refer to it as he and she. You don't refer to him as it.
Come back!
It's just service.
Back here!
Come back here,
So,
dog.
so he found the one last remaining human on Earth, and he was like, "Fuck this shit,"
I
and
have
ran.
to search every street, every house, every alley, every inch of this town. I've got to find it.
It.
I hate you. I hate you.
Regretting this?
Not regretting it at all. It's just the more we do this, the more I've got to edit the fucking footage.
Right, if you were on those steps, how tempted would you just be knock one of them bodies and see how far it falls?
I imagine he's done that loads of times.
Yeah, I suppose it gets boring after a
What
while.
I'll do is I'll climb to the top of that water tower, right?
That seems like
And
a
then-
really safe place to live.
Yeah. I would go to the top
Safer
of that.
than
I would climb on the
where
roof.
he's
bit.
currently living.
I would shout out to the entire world, and then I would knock one out.
Yeah, I'd just stand up there and scream my little
Yeah.
1964 balls off.
And aggressively masturbate at the world.
See, that's the thing. Ooh,
Oh, someone's been doing your work for you, mate.
See, he's going to be well pissed because this isn't science.
Yeah, stake through the spine, apparently.
Yeah,
that's
not
definitely
where
not
the
his
heart
heart.
lives. Mind you, I'm going to say it, you know, people may have been shorter then because their life expectancy wasn't as high, Maybe their hearts were lowered to the floor.
Possibly.
Someone else is alive in this world.
No, that's a dog.
Where are they? Where are they hiding?
I'd watch a movie about a dog vampire killer.